Hello and welcome to another presentation about easyLog's +S staff scheduling software. This presentation particularly focuses on showing you how easy it is to add a shift onto the rota, and also how you can determine whether you have the correct coverage or not for any particular job function. Starting then with putting a shift onto the rota. Now these two panels here on the right hand side of the rota show you per job function, and obviously these job functions are user defined by yourself. The associated shifts with those job functions. So I switch between, in this example from a care home, the senior care assistants and then the care assistants. You notice here that the list of shifts actually changed to those appropriate to that particular job function. So if I now wish to put a care assistant onto the rota, all I do then is highlight the particular shift I want to use, let's say the 8 to 2 in the morning, and then go to the particular gap for the person, click on it, and then the shift appears, confirming the time of the shift, the person working it, the job function, and the actual pay rate. Now if that's a mistake, all I then do is click on it again and ask for that shift to be deleted. Now if the shift I want to put on is a non-standard shift, i.e. one not appearing in this panel and not regularly worked, again all I do is simply click on that gap there, ask the system to add a shift, and literally this panel appears, and I can then add in a shift, let's say between 10 and 12, confirm that that's the correct pay rate for that particular shift, and then say OK. And now the system recognizes the fact that this is a non-standard shift and asks me whether I want to add it to the list of regularly worked shifts. And let's say on this occasion it's a one-off, so therefore I do not want to add it to the shifts, and just say no to that. The shift then appears between 10 and 12 here. Okay, so let's have a view then of coverage and understanding whether we do have the correct coverage or not for any particular job function. You notice again across the top of the rota we have this list of alternative tabs which provide different views of the rota, one of which is a coverage view. So I click on coverage view, and then shows me for the particular week in question the various job functions broken down by day, with a handy guide here as to whether I do have the correct coverage, which will appear in green, or whether I'm short of coverage, which will appear in red, whether indeed I'm overcovered, which will appear in orange. Now, you can define per job function per day the number of employees you need across any time period. Here you can see we have defined that we require 2 senior care assistants between the hours of 8 in the morning through till 8 at night, and I have the correct coverage in the afternoon, but I'm short of 1 person in the morning. So therefore all I need to do is highlight the care assistance function. Here's my list of appropriate shifts for that particular job function. At the bottom here I have people that are qualified to work as care assistants but are not yet rotated, so they are clear to work on that particular day. If I therefore click on the 8 to 2 shift, which is the morning shift, I'll give that shift to Sharon to work, click on her, and now we see that Sharon is now rotated to work. She now jumps to the upper part of the rota, and it confirms in green now that we are correctly covered for that particular period. If I now go back to the rota view, I will now see that in the senior care assistant function that Sharon is now working on the